Yawning is a universal, involuntary action that lasts on average of 6 or so seconds. Babies yawn in the womb, and most animals do it too. Have you ever noticed that one yawn sets off a chain reaction, spreading to others nearby? Well, you probably did because, like me, you're probably yawning right now. Why do we actually do it? The fact is, the powerful, contagious nature of yawning has puzzled researchers for decades. So the question is, why? Well, to get started, have you ever thought about how yawning actually works? You see, the act of yawning is a universal behavior found in fish, reptiles, birds, and your average university students. Described in ancient times by Hippocrates, who actually thought it served to evacuate your fever, it did not become a subject of serious interest until the advances of neuroscience in the 1980s. So, what is a yawn? Generally speaking, it's a bodily function that consists of 3 parts. A long intake of air, followed by what sounds like a Wookiee mating call, and ending with a rapid exhale. After yawning, you generally experience a sense of well-being and relaxation, leaving you feeling much more present in and aware of your body than you were before. So, how about some of the fun parts? Did you know the average yawn lasts approximately 6 seconds? And that during those 6 seconds, your heart rate actually significantly increases? Wild, right? But really, we want to know, why does the body do this at all? Well, according to a small study of college students performed in 1986, participants yawned more when shown a pattern of colors than when shown a 30-minute rock video. This research suggests that yawns are in fact a way of cooling down the brain, letting in cool air to allow the body to adjust to room temperature. This theory is further supported based on a recent report by National Geographic, which states that an open-mouthed yawn causes sinus walls to expand and contract like a bellows, pumping air into the brain, which lowers its temperature, which winds up being the perfect excuse to use if you're caught yawning during a eulogy. Just don't take our word for it. Another report by Healthy Living stated that your likelihood of yawning increases when the outside air is cooler. This means that in the summer, yawns won't play as significant of a role, as they are less likely to bring cold air into the body. Another interesting point that takes away from this theory is research which suggests that approximately 50% of people shown videos of yawning are most likely to yawn themselves. Also, a 2012 study uncovered that yawns are most contagious among your closest friends, with HuffPost Science reporting that researchers discovered that the closer you are to somebody genetically or emotionally, the more likely it is that you'll catch their yawn. But hey, follow me on this. It's not just humans who experience it. Yawns are contagious for animals too, believe it or not. In fact, the catching nature of yawns has been observed between chimpanzees, baboons, and macaques. Additionally, dogs can start to yawn even after just hearing their owners rip one loose. Rip a yawn. But again, why is this even a thing? Well, prior studies have suggested that there's a positive link between empathy and the susceptibility to contagious yawning. However, the existing evidence has been sparse and contradictory. Check out the results from 2 laboratory studies conducted with 171 and 333 student volunteers. Students were recorded while watching muted videos of individuals yawning, scratching, or laughing. Although subjects imitated all facial expressions to large extents, our studies show that only contagious yawning was related to empathy. Subjects who yawned in response to observing others yawn exhibited higher empathy values. In other words, if you yawn, chances are you're a nice person. Just don't ignore red flags like assault, murder, and parking tickets. But again, the empathy angle does not explain everything, since we know that people yawn when they're tired, but also when they wake up from a night's sleep. We yawn when we're bored, but also when we're anxious, or hungry, or about to start a new activity. It's contagious. People who skydive say they tend to yawn before jumping. Police officers say they yawn before they enter a difficult situation, according to one researcher. But the physiological purpose of a yawn remains a mystery. Even a theory made 30 years ago explaining yawning as a way for the body to take in a large amount of air in response to oxygen deprivation was proven untrue. So what can we learn from all this? Well, when you yawn, there are several possibilities as to why your body decides to cool its head down, but none of them explain completely just why we do it. The better we understand our bodies, the better we understand ourselves. But for now, hey, you still there? Wake up!